Hello, YouTube land, and welcome back to the Chaos Asylum. I am your host, Alex Payne, and today is WWE Monday Night Raw. Let's see what happens. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, we find out that there's two matches tonight, and the main event, I believe for the second time ever, on Monday Night Raw. It's not been since Lita versus Trish Stratus for the Women's Championship. That's right, you heard me right. It's going to be the legit boss, Sasha Banks, taking on Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship in the main event. Now the match up next is going to be a Cruiserweight division match between TJ Parker and the Brian Kendrick. But we kicked off the show with Roman Reigns coming out, talking about how none of his family members has ever held the United States Championship, how proud he is to do it. Who comes out? Lana. Lana comes out and says it's so embarrassing that, he's talking about like respect and all this other stuff, and he doesn't mean that, da-da-da-da. And they have a competition between back and forth, and she said, well, Rusev wants a rematch for the United States Championship. So there's Rusev. Rusev comes out. They start fighting. Roman's kicking, like, legit Rusev's butt. Rusev's reversing everything that Roman's throwing at him. Then Roman legit knocks Rusev out of the ring, and he just, rolls out. Roman's coming for a big clothesline off the steps. Rusev catches legit Roman here in the throat. He stumbles back to where the barricade is. Rusev does that, big boot, that spinning big boot super kick. Grabs the United States title going, Rusev Patria! Rusev Katra! Ah! And what happens? Roman Reigns comes from behind, Superman punch, looks at the United States title, picks it up, picks up the microphone and says, well, you know what? You want to go to hell? Let all three of us go to hell. I challenge you to a Hell in a Cell match for the United States Championship. The match is going on next. TJ Parker versus the Brian Kendrick. And we're back. Man, that was a great Cruiserweight match between TJ Parker, your current Cruiserweight champion, and the Brian Kendrick. I think he calls himself the Wizard of Odds. The Wizard of Odd. The Brian Kendrick? I don't know. But this match is pretty good. They're flying all over the place. Reversals, kicks. TJ Parker did this cool move where Brian Kendrick was laying on the ropes and he was on the inside and jumped over and legit spun around, drop kicked him in the face. He hit his, I don't know what the name of his moves, but he's hit a couple of his moves. He did this gut wrench. Then he went double arms behind. Boom! 1, 2. Kendrick kicks out. He got him in his submission. TJ Perkins got Kendrick in the submission move. He got to the ropes. Kendrick got TJ Parker in his submission move a couple times. He reversed it into a pinfall, kicked out. And then Parker tried something. Kendrick reversed, hit his submission. Pretty much then made the Cruiserweight champion tap out. So I'm assuming now he's going to get another WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. And the next thing that's going to happen is that Michael Cole sat down with Seth Rollins to talk about whatever. And about, Stephanie, Triple H, and the Authority and the Universal Championship. So let's see what he has to say. So the interview with Kevin Owens, pretty much he's talking about he knows what it's like to be in part of the Authority. And that him and Kevin Owens are somewhat the same, but not by much. Seth Rollins was not handed the WWE Universal Championship. He earned it by cashing in WWE's Money in the Bank, and he did it himself. No one else was there to hand it to him. So then he just went on to talk about, I know how the system's played. I'm pretty much going to tear the machine apart, part by part. Starting with Kevin Owens and becoming the new WWE Universal Champion. And that This is how Kevin Owens is. He's one of those guys that legit are in class that gets all the credit and all the gold stars when he really don't deserve it. Like, he said that there's someone like that in everybody's life. Unfortunately, he has the real Kevin Owens in his. So I guess Kevin Owens is going to respond to what Seth Rollins said. So, see what happens. So the next matchup was Braun Strowman versus some guy that had the last name Silver. Some nobody, you might as well say. We'll just call him Quicksilver. And of course, like normal, they interview him. I had a dream last night that I beat up Braun Strowman. Yeah, well, good luck, kid. Braun Strowman gets the ring, destroys him, hits his finish. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman wins. And the only dream that kid's gonna have tonight is nightmares. So what's gonna happen now? Braun Strowman was asked by Byron Saxton, well, you've been killing pretty much everybody ever since the brand section. What's your what do you want to do next? He's like, Foley, I want you to find me some better competition. If not, then I will destroy this place. So then they go into the back where there's Sasha Banks and whatnot. She's stretching it out, and Bayley comes out of nowhere. She's like, wow, you and Charlotte are going to be in the main event. You are legit like Lita and Trish. This is so awesome. And then pretty much Sasha's like, I know, the 8-year-old girl inside of me is legit freaking out. But me, I am the legit boss, and I'm going to take the WWE Women's Championship from Charlotte tonight. Woo! She didn't say woo, but I just felt like saying that, and whatnot. And right now, when we get back from commercial break, we'll see what Kevin Owens has to say about what Seth Rollins said about him in that interview. And we go. I done. So Kevin Owens comes out and he talks about what himself said, what Seth Rollins said, and that, he's complaining about this referee being over here and this referee being over here, da-da-da-da. Who cares about that? Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. What, right? He's like, you know what? He's like, hey, Jericho, since he's complaining about referees, about how if somehow he weasels his way into a championship match, how about you be a guest referee? And Jericho's like, yeah, that's not a bad idea, but you know what's a really good idea? He's like, what's that? He's like, how about, since me and you're a team, and we're the best tag team in the WWE, how about we go after the WWE Tag Team Championships? And the Kevin Owens is like, well, isn't Sheamus and Cesaro pretty much going after the tag titles? He's like, we just beat the New Day and we get a tag team title shot and beat them again for the tag titles. Make history, be the first ever to hold the Universal Champion and WWE Tag Team Championship. He's like, I don't know, man, I already got a lot on my plate and whatnot. And then Jericho's like, well, it's not like I'm trying to ask you for a title shot. And Kevin's all like, yeah, let's do this, get a tag team title shot. Yeah, New Day comes out. And they're like, okay, you guys want a championship match, do you? And you want to talk about friendships? They're like, would you like to know who is the really good friends in the WWE? Who? I love when they do that. Oh, God. He's like, the New Day. And then Jericho's like, you know what, Kofi? You made the list. And then Big E said something, and then he's like, hey, Big E, you made the list. And then Xavier Woods is like, well, he's like, you want to talk about jumping? Kevin, looks like you haven't jumped over anything at all. He's like, what? Puts him on the list. Kofi says something else again. And then Kevin was like, put him on the list again. So he puts him on the list again. And then Kevin Owens does a couple cheap plugs and whatnot for a couple TV shows. And then he's like, you know what? He's like, well, we're gentlemen. We'll let you guys get changed. And we'll have we'll face you guys later tonight. And then Sheamus and Cesaro pull in, and he's like, what the heck, man? Look at this little piece of crap car. God bless America. Da, 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 da. He's like, get the bags. Oh, you want me to get your bag, Sheamus? He grabs Sheamus' bag and throws it. I want to go talk to Foley. My head is so red. So, what's going on now? Well, after that, there's a match between Sami Zayn and Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil is trying to reamp himself. He goes out there, he does a couple moves, and then he gets dominated by Sami Zayn. Exploder suplex in the corner, Hanuva kick, 1, 2, 3. Then it goes backstage, where Sheamus and Cesaro are back there, and they're complaining and whatnot, and Mick's like, I have enough problems as it is with Stephanie McMahon, Braun Strowman, and now you two. He's like, and then Cesaro's like, have you ever been in a vehicle with somebody that picked their nose? I was adjusting my nose ring. And Mick's like, I put you together not because you like each other, because you guys make a dominant tag team and change the face of the tag team division. Now get on the same page and get out there and do what you do. He's like, you know this is still your fault, and you're on, like, getting undressed, which was kind of weird. And I guess the club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, are in a match up next. So, Gallows and Anderson are taking on the Golden Truth, and they were kicking the Golden Truth's butt, and the Golden Truth had a couple spots. In the end, Magic Killer to R-Truth. 1, 2, 3. Gallows and Anderson win. Goldust goes over to check on R-Truth. He gets booted in the head. Big boot. Magic Killer to him. They walk away. Goes to the back. Kevin Owens and Jericho are walking down the hallway. To be interrupted by Ashton Kutcher and his at that 80s show buddy of his. And they're talking, and he grabs the clipboard and says, oh, look at this. People that don't appreciate me. People who don't think my scarf is cool. People who got beat by Fandango at WrestleMania. And then they're talking, and then Kevin Owens is like, you know what, man? I gotta get ready for a match. And honestly, it would have been better if it was just me and him. He's like, I knew he'd say that. He's like, oh yeah, this is how it really works. What are you gonna say? I'm feeling some chocolate cake. No, stop it. No, I told you to stop it. You better stop it. And you better, since you guys will be out at ringside, you better not get in our business, or you're going to get. And he walks away, and they're just talking, and he comes back over to it. So I'm assuming the New Day versus Jericho match is coming up next. Well, I was wrong. It was about WWE teaming up for the 5th year in a row with Coleman about breast cancer. And there's 3 women in the ring. There's a table, Enzo and Kaz. And they're talking about the breast cancer thing and how like they've been doing it for 5 years for WWE and jeez. Sarah G. Coleman, breast cancer. And Enzo's like, whatever, she's a G, and then he's like, what do we at over here? Kappa winners. So then they're talking about whatever, about the breast cancer and how you can get, like, the stuff on WWE Shop. All month is Breast Cancer Awareness Week. Wear the pink to show your respect and, show that you care, pretty much. And the money goes to a great organization. It does go to Jay Coleman, Jesus, I'm sorry, Sarah G. Coleman, for breast cancer for the care, and everything. So that's pretty cool. So Enzo goes and grabs like the thing that's on the table, tries to rip it off. It flips over and like shows that all 3 have WWE Women's Championships. Enzo's like, that was not supposed to go as planned, but it's all right. We'll fix it. Takes off, gives it to the girls. Girls are holding their championships up. And then Big Cass is like, there is only one word that does not describe these girls. I am going to repeat, does not describe these girls. And I'm going to spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T, soft. And now the next matchup will be Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho as Jericho taking on the New Day with Ashton Kutcher, and his buddy. I guess they're going to be at, and I thought they were going to be honest, but they're going to, in the audience, but they're going to be up in the commentator booth. So, there we go. Well, the Kevin Owens, Jericho versus the New Day was actually not that bad of a match. Kevin Owens and Jericho dominated for a little while. the New Day got kind of, some tags in and out. Then they started working on not Kevin, sorry, Xavier Woods for a while. And whatnot. And then, what made it so funny is, like, when he tried to tag Big E, and Kevin did an integrate, he's like, oh, tag me, Big E, tag me. Big E's like, oh, you son of a... So then, he finally gets tagged Big E, everything breaks out, Kevin Owens is about to end the match. Seth Rollins communicates. He comes out, stands at the top of the ramp, and pretty much the way it ended was, it looked like Jericho and them were gonna win. Nope. Kevin Owens gets knocked out of the ring. Then, not Kofi, sorry. Xavier Woods gets knocked out of the ring. Big E gets in, tries to go for a move. Then Xavier gets tagged in. He gets put in the walls. Jericho, Seth Rollins comes running down, jumps up on the ring. He lets go, tags Big E. They do their tag team finisher, the big ending with the DDT. 1, 2, 3. The New Day wins. And Seth Rollins is in the ring celebrating. And, like, legit, Kevin Owens runs away with his Universal Championship. He's like, come back, get your buddy. And he pedigrees Chris Jericho. Yeah. So then they go into the back, showing Charlotte. And she's saying that she is the most dominant WWE Women's Champion. And when the lights are on bright and her championship's on the line, that she always is at her best. And she's going to make Sasha Banks tap out tonight. Yeah, and then I guess we're going to have another cruiserweight championship, another cruiserweight match with Jesse Needs and another guy up next. So Seth Rollins is walking backstage with a shit grin look on his face. Stephanie's like, what are you doing, Seth? She's like, you're not medically cleared to be in that ring. You could hurt yourself. What are you doing? He's like, I stopped listening to you a long time ago. I stopped listening to you and your husband backstabbed me in the back. He's like, that was the second worst mistake that he's ever made in his life. Well, okay, I'll indulge you. What was the first? Marrying you. You don't give me a WWE Universal Championship? I am burning Raw to the ground. And I'm taking Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens and myself with it. And then we had another cruiserweight match. And it was pretty good. Went back and forth. In the end, they did this, version of a Michinoku driver. You got him up in like this. Spun around. Michinoku driver. 1, 2, 3. The premier athlete wins this match. So then we see Sheamus and Cesaro in the back walking. Sheamus is walking and Cesaro gets in front of him. So I guess their match is up next to see how they do as a team. They still hate each other. It kind of reminds me of Daniel Bryan Kane. So Sheamus and Cesaro go against another jobber team. And they're beating the crap out of them. They're doing a normal, tagging in and out. Cesaro does his uppercut. Sheamus tags in. He goes a forearm, does something. Cesaro tags in. And then he goes for this flip to try to pin him. And Sheamus grabs Cesaro and Cesaro smacks Sheamus' hands away. Does a double stomp. Sheamus gets tagged in. And then, Sheamus goes for, this Celtic, what is it? Oh my god. A submission move. And he turns around like this, and legit, Cesaro runs in the ring, runs off his back, jumps up, and DDT gets this guy. Pretty sick. Broad kick. 1, 2, 3. Cesaro and Sheamus win this match. Next matchup, the main event. The WWE Women's Championship match. Charlotte with Dana Brooke in her corner, taking on the legit boss, Sasha Banks. This has not happened since legit on Monday Night Raw, since Trish Stratus as the Women's Champion taking on Lita, and Lita actually won the championship off of Trish Will it happen again tonight and Sasha Banks win for the second time on Monday Night Raw? Because she won her championship against Charlotte on Monday Night Raw. Can Charlotte do... not Charlotte, but Sasha Banks beat Charlotte on Monday Night Raw for the Women's Championship and lost it at SummerSlam. Can Charlotte do it again and beat her on Monday Night Raw again? But this time in the main event. Let's find out. So, pretty much they show clips of Charlotte and Sasha Banks and whatnot from NXT to now. And then Charlotte was in the back walking, showing off her stuff, and then she's talking, "Oh, hi, Bayley," and whatnot. You're da-da-da-da. Maybe one day when you graduate from Camp WWE, you can main event just like me. Oh, I'm sorry, what, Bayley? It's over my title's talking over loud of you. And then and then Dana Brooke, she's like, "Let's go, Dana." Yeah, and then Dana talks smack to Bayley, and she taps Bayley on the head. She's like, and then Bayley knocks her hand away. She's like, "Don't touch me, Bayley!" And Bayley just jacks her, man. And she's all laid out, and she throws her against the box and whatnot. And the match is going on right now. So here we go. Let's see who wins. So the Charlotte and Sasha Banks match was freaking amazing, and Charlotte legit was getting her butt kicked in the beginning. Then Sasha was legit getting her butt kicked, and Charlotte dominated this match halfway through. They were doing so many sick moves. She was working on her, Sasha's back again. She did this sick-ass move where she did a legit corkscrew moonsault from the inside out, on the top rope on the outside. Natural selection. 1, 2. Charlotte kicks out. Sasha Banks kicks out. Then, Sasha Banks goes to the top, does a sick move into the bank. No, she does a hurricanrana into a bank statement. Charlotte rolls her up. 1, 2. She kicks out into another bank statement. Charlotte taps out, and the winner of the match and new WWE Women's Champion, the legit boss, Sasha Banks. So that was Monday Night Raw. That was legit Monday Night Raw. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Leave it in the comments below. Tell me what you thought about it. So, leave a comment. Hit that like button. And if you haven't done it already, smash that subscribe button. Later.